Guys, welcome back to the Booth 2K. Let's talk about those damn Eagles. Right now, all the Cowboy fans are saying we got to do more. We got to score more than 20 points to win. That might be true. It probably is in this game. We do got to score more. We got to do more, but I think we got to do a lot of the same shit we're doing, just better and more effective. A lot of times we're scoring in the 30s the last couple of seasons, high 30s, even in the 40s. But a lot of times we're coming back from huge deficits. That hasn't been the case this time. I don't think we want to get in a shootout. You know, like they say in boxing, don't let a fight break out in this boxing match. That's kind of the approach I think we got to have here. That running game's got to get going. It's got to be strong, and they do got to let Cooper Rush off his leash a little bit. Let it loose a little bit, like those retractable leashes. Lets him slack out because the guy's accurate. He's good at these precise routes. The ball's there when the receiver's ready. I think we need to get the tight ends more involved early, and I think that's going to open up the passing game later. Let's say late second quarter, third quarter, some big shots down the field come open. Of course, it all comes off the running game. Just run it and keep running. They got to stay out of these bad first down situations where they're losing yards. We just got to keep churning. It's ball control. We've got to, I don't want to get in a shootout. That we're going to lose if we do that. Let's eat up that clock. Long, sustained drives, and with touchdowns. More touchdowns, less field goals. We've got to do that on offense. And that also, not that our defense needs the help, but why not? Why not work in tandem with your defense? Let's help the guys out. God knows they've saved the season. And what else can we do? Special teams. Better field position. You got to make those punts, man. It's 2 weeks in a row. Field goals, got to make them all. Of course, we'd rather have touchdowns, but when we get in those spots, those field goals and extra points, crucial. I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. Field position, field position. We've got to have better starting field position. Let's just make it as easy as we can for our offense. This is exciting. This is an exciting time right now. I wrote this season off after the first game. Hell, I wrote the season off before it started. Had us at 8-9, and that still might happen, but it's not looking like it. It is really not looking like it because, if anything, we look to be getting better and stronger. And our defense, it's got to be controlled aggression. We can't get too wild. We're leading the league and rushing the quarterback. But, if we get there and he finds that seam right up the middle, he's gone for a big gain. We can't allow that. We got to get this guy passing the ball. Now, he's been successful this season. More than a lot of people were surprised about that. I knew this guy was going to turn into a good quarterback from watching him in college. But he's better than I thought he'd be. But they need to stop that running game. They need to just smother it. And it's possible. Hell, you remember when we had our running game going with DeMarco Murray and them, those teams that could stifle our running game. So it's possible. Because we've got, our guys back there, Diggs and the rest of the gang, Diggs thieves, just like old Thurman's thieves back in the 80s. These guys are capable of holding their own. We got to make them one-dimensional. And we can do it. This defense is getting better and better each week. I've got a lot of confidence in them. And our offense has to help them, though. And this is one of those games where we're playing a really complete team. I know our defense is up for the task, but the offense can't put them in bad spots. Now, for the most part, our coaching from Coach McCarthy has been pretty good. Better than most would think. I've been surprised. It looks like he's just going for broke in a good way. He's got to have another good game. Clock management, the right decisions, knowing when to rein in more. It's a must. This game, he can't screw around and cost us a game. We do the right things. That Philly crowd will turn on their team. It don't take much. They're going to have to do that in order to have a chance of winning. Do I think they're going to win? I had them down at a loss at the beginning of the season. I had this as a loss, and I still think it's going to be a loss, but it's not the be-all, end-all. We get them again. It's just, I think it's a bigger game for them than it is us because they haven't beaten us in quite a while. They've actually looked really bad against us. So, you know, they're going to put it all out there. There's a lot of people that are saying Cooper Rush is due for a bad game. And as a backup, I kind of agree with that. But then, aren't the Eagles due for a loss by now? It almost happened last week in Arizona. They've had some luck go their way, and eventually that runs out. So even though I had this picked, I am picking the Eagles to win this game. But Dallas has more than a puncher's chance of winning. If they do win, I won't be surprised. Once again, I'll be happy to eat crow and be wrong. Like I said, they have more than a puncher's chance. All we can do is hope for the best. Yeah, because we've got a lot of football left ahead of us. And I think they're just going to improve and they're going to get better from this game. This game's going to show us a lot where they're at. I can't wait till Sunday night. Guys, I'll talk to y'all then after the game. I'm saying a prayer for these Cowboys. I know they can do it. But guys, let's go. Let's do it. Go Cowboys. Rush, and rush we trust, as they say. All right. Oh, yeah, there's one more thing, guys. I almost forgot. I was listening to the ticket the other day, and they're looking for a nickname for the defense. And there's one I love. I believe it was the Micah Parsons Project rather than the Alan Parsons Project. I don't know how many people would get that. You got to be a certain age, I guess. But the Micah Parsons Project, that just has a good ring to it. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up now and get out of here. We'll talk to you Sunday. Okay, guys, I know I'm starting to sound like Columbo here, but just one more thing. If the Eagles lose Sunday night, this is what all the fans are going to look like.